Alright guys, we're back here in Twisted, and today we're gonna use a little bit of a lower end vehicle to chase. We'll be using the Dominator 2, because I think it is one of the coolest looking chaser vehicles in this game, and it actually has a pretty decent wind threshold at a maximum of 185 mile an hour winds, which is just 15 miles an hour short of what the Dominator 3 can handle. So I think this will be a good option for today, since it is a high risk today, but it's not that severe. The only thing that is actually in the red is the temperature, and the cape and lapse rates are only at an enhanced level, and there is actually a storm popping up here, so we should probably get to that. We are once again chasing in a very low level server, so there's not going to be a Doppler, obviously, because there's nobody richer than me in this server. So we want to see what the direction of the storm is, like always, and it is going north, so I think we're going to have to possibly miss out on the first intercept, but the way that the storm is going, I think we could stay literally just right here and then still get a fair chance at intercept. We should probably still head a little bit more this way, but right here isn't looking that bad. And right as we are leaving Hazleton, this storm has just started to form a hook, so we will be able to see the tornado at least before it exits the map, hopefully. No doubt that we'll be able to see a tornado, just maybe not before it exits the map. And as we see here, the storm is almost at a perfect northeast path, so the hook, we actually need to go back to where we were in Hazleton if we need to intercept this, but I'm not going to do that because by the time the hook produces a mesocyclone, it will already be past Hazleton, so I am going to head in this direction towards 10 Killer. And the storm just turned all red and the hook is orange. And there's a forming mesocyclone over there, and I think we're directly in the path of it. It hasn't exactly popped up on the radar yet, but it should right now. So we're gonna need to head a little bit more north if we want to get that. The storm is probably gonna hit Hazleton if it drops a tornado, but I think we should probably stay over here so it can get strong enough in time before it gets to us. But overall, I think we are a little bit too far east. We might need to head back west a little. I can't tell if that's dropped a tornado or not. I can definitely tell that there's a rain wrap there, and there's definitely a funnel, but I cannot tell if there's a tornado in there or not. And yeah, there's definitely no tornado in there, so we can keep moving this way to get in the path. And there's a clear indication that there's a tornado on the ground there, so it will hit Hazleton, and we are still directly in the path. We even have to head a little bit more west still to get perfectly in the path, but I'd say like right here would be perfect. And it already has a yellow TBS, so this is probably a very strong tornado, and it's already turned orange, and there is a debris ball in downtown Hazleton. That is never something that is, well, desired to see. And once the radar updates again here, it's already a red TBS, so this thing is stupid powerful, and the wind speeds are climbing at least 20 miles an hour a second, or well, every 15 seconds anyway. And it hasn't gone to pink yet, so it has slowed down in its upgrading of wind speeds, but it is in very good shape, and it is headed right this way. And Hazleton houses could potentially be flattened. And now there is wind speeds high enough to make tornado sirens go off, and Waukesha is in the direct path of this. There is now a significant tornado damage path. It has shifted a little bit for Waukesha, so we are going to have to back up there, and this thing could have a tornado emergency for Waukesha any second now. And I would definitely not say that this is a slow-moving tornado either, so I think we'll have a good opportunity to intercept this. And it is still only a red TVS, so I'm not worried about being picked up a bit. Actually, it did just turn pink, but I'm still not that worried about it because pink TVS is just an indication that the wind speeds are above 140 miles an hour. And this thing can withstand wind speeds of 185 miles an hour, so as long as this thing doesn't become a monster wedge, we're gonna be completely fine. And we might even miss the intercept chance for this because it is moving so fast. And I think right here will be good, but we'll definitely have to move this way further. And seeing how fast the wind speeds are climbing, we definitely have to deploy right here. And we are deployed, and I think we're gonna get a direct intercept on this. There it is, right there. Wind speeds are above 150 miles an hour. And inside the funnel, we have 161 miles an hour. So this is by no means a weak tornado. If this hits any city, it will do EF4 damage at least, but I don't think it will because it has to shift so quickly east. It has to shift like 80 degrees east if it wants to hit Waukesha, which is the only town it has a possibility hitting at this point besides Industria. But I don't think it's going to travel that far east for that long. And there is a new storm developing down here. And wow, that actually grew very quickly. This is by no means a weak tornado. I wouldn't call it the strongest tornado I've ever seen, or a wedge, or anything like that. But it's definitely nothing weak. And we are going to head to that new storm down there to the south a little bit. So this storm has no chance of producing another tornado after this one because this tornado is so strong. And this storm is headed right for the edge of the map. So we're not going to get another intercept chance on that storm even. And after it lifts that tornado, it's gonna die. So unless another storm forms inside this storm, then this storm is effectively useless to us. It looks like Hazleton didn't actually get damaged that badly. It only looks like there's EF2 damage in Hazleton. So that's at least a good thing. And that storm down there has already developed a mesocyclone, which we can see from here. It's that little part dipping down. We can't exactly see the rotation from here, but it's definitely there. Dominator 2 is my favorite looking chaser vehicle because of the massive headlights. It actually looks like a car more than Dominator 3 looks like a vacuum cleaner with a broken handle, and Dominator 1 looking like a shoe. So this looks more like an actual car than anything else. And it's actually pretty practical as well. I'm still gonna use Dominator 3 and Tiv 2 a lot because Dominator 2 is not the most practical vehicle when it comes to chasing the most insane high-risk days that we want to chase often. I actually needed a turn there. But Dominator 2 will be one of our main vehicles for marginal, moderate, or enhanced risk. So today is technically a high risk, but it looks like something that you would see in a enhanced risk. it is a very low end high risk, and that rain wrap is about as big as the mesocyclone, so I want to get over there quickly, and I want to be able to intercept this thing before it gets too powerful, because if it does get too powerful, then it could fling us. And it looks like that tornado over there has left the map, and it is the same size as it was when we intercepted it. That seat looks beautiful right there. This thing now has a red TVS on it, and I think I'm just gonna chill here for a bit, because this thing, if I go down here, I'm not gonna make it in time, and it has a better chance to get more powerful before it reaches me if I stay here. But that is a peak TVS now, and it's actually growing faster and more powerful than this one, which actually lifted, so we can look at the past tornado track of that. And yeah, it was nothing absurd, but it did go right through Hazleton. So that one I would call an EF2. And then this one, if it stays on its path, is going to hit Funkley. So it has a chance at becoming at least an EF3. If this gets any wider or anything, I might have to get out Dominator 3. And there's another storm growing over here. I don't think I'll be able to get to this one if I want to stay here and intercept that. And I actually am going to stay inside of Dominator 2, because after thinking about it for a little bit, if I do get flung, if anything, it's just good content. It's not gonna hurt me in any way. I'm still gonna be able to get wind speeds, and the chances that it will fling me are not likely. This thing actually has started weakening. I didn't even realize it, but I looked at radar and it is now only a yellow red TVS. If the thing keeps its path, it will hit right here. There's plenty of houses here. I would say that's an expected home. So this could do like around EF4 to I don't know, EF2 damage. Red TVS isn't that impressive in terms of the EF scale. And yeah, it actually is downgraded to an orange, so this thing is going to be an EF1 by the time it gets here. And this one down here has a direct path for Helma, and if it does shift with it, which it probably will, it's going to hit West Viracqua. I actually have to head further back this way. Like, a lot further back this way than I thought. If this was an absolute monster wedge, I'd be fine, because it would be so wide that that little miscalculation wouldn't matter. But this thing is close enough that it could, actually, it's gonna hit right at this intersection up here now. So it shifted. That storm over there, the tornado would be like, the mesocyclone would be like right there. Can't really see it. But yeah, I need to back up a little bit even. This is gonna hit right here. So I'm gonna deploy. I don't think I would have to, and yeah, that's only a yellow TVS. So I would probably be fine if I didn't deploy, because although this has a lot lower of a maximum threshold, all Dominators have the same minimum threshold of 130 miles an hour. And I'm actually going to miss this, so I am going to move this way a little bit more. Now deploy again, just in case. I think we'll be fine. And yeah, there's the tornado right here. And we're definitely fine. We missed it by just a little bit. But if this thing doesn't die, it's strengthening again. It has a chance at hitting Hazleton. So there's a definite tornado down here. And I think I'm going to get in the Dodge Charger so I can go faster and then head that way. This is giving me flashbacks from the last video. We look over here, and this one's all dark and gloomy. And then there's that green hail glow in the back. And then we look over here, and then there's the green hail glow in the front. And then this one's all bright and majestic. And this one is obviously a lot weaker. This one is only an orange TBS, and it has been for a while. And I think that's all it's going to be. And I think the risk might have died down a little bit, and actually it hasn't. It's still at its highest potential. So I'm going to now head south on the highway, because that is the best route to the tornado. You know what? It might actually be not that bad of an idea to intercept in the Charger. So I'm going to buy... never mind. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna buy probes. It actually shifted north more, so you gotta head this way again. Oh yeah, it's now headed directly north. So we gotta drive on grass to get to this thing. Never do this when you're actually chasing, by the way. It is even faster to just walk. Oh, and yeah, there goes that tornado, so it was a missed opportunity, but we at least got to see the tornado up close. And yeah, this one's now about to die as well. And this hook is actually to the eastern side of the storm, and normally it's to this side of the storm. This is a new storm growing over here, and I think this might be the hook. So, probably should head that way. And yeah, this thing is far enough to the south where we can get this. So, once again, has a decent path for Hazleton. So, I'm actually going to turn around so we can exit this and then take Route 15 north. This now has a mesocyclone on it, and I do think it's going too far north to hit Hazleton by this point. So our best bet would be just a little bit east of Waukesha. And yeah, the path shows that right here would be the best spot. It's probably going to change, but path is the path. Tornado actually shifted to go due north, so either way we still have to head down this road. I hope it comes back this way though. It has a yellow TVS, so from here it looks like it might be a bulb, but that is a definite cone. And now the best area looks like anywhere from right here to Waukesha. And it's not actually shifting back towards us. which is kind of alarming because that could be another intercept that we don't get. Yeah, it's still headed directly north. The only problem is I'm gonna get ready to deploy. I'm gonna be right here and I'm gonna be ready to deploy, and then it's gonna shift directly for Waukesha. Because that's how storms work in this game. They do anything they can to be against you. Oh wow, the risk for tomorrow actually looks pretty good besides the Cape. The Cape is choking everything else. The thermos, the lapse rates, all of that is amazing. But it is absolutely being choked by the Cape. It looks like it's gonna stay in this area. And it has an orange TVS now. And the mesocyclone's getting pretty wide, so... And yeah, it actually just turned red. So... Right up here, we should probably get in the Dominator. We're back in the Dominator. And yeah, exactly like I said. We're gonna get ready to intercept it. We're gonna be in the Dominator, and then it's gonna shift and hit Waukesha. So yeah, that's right there in front of us. So... Yeah, it's a pink TVS now, even. I think it's gonna hopefully miss Waukesha to the south a little. But if it doesn't miss it to the south, it's gonna hit it. They clearly weren't that worried about it, though. There's not even a tornado emergency. And now we are in Waukesha. We're gonna have to go south if we wanna intercept this. And it's a very dark tornado, so I can't really see it from here. To figure out where I want to go to intercept this, we have to pretty much solely use radar. I don't like that because there's not a Doppler in this server, and the radar is very inaccurate. So, and normally the tornado goes like right here, which is where I am, and I am not getting screen shake. The tornado is right there. We gotta back up and then deploy. The tornado's knocking down trees that are right there. Oh, I can't see it because it is a bulb. It's not touching the ground. I think it's gonna hit in Waukesha. It might have shifted a little bit north. Yeah, there's power flashes. This thing might hit in Waukesha. Whatever it is, I gotta intercept though. And definitely have to deploy here because, oh my goodness, it's taking out the gas station. It's taking, the tornado siren was taken out. That's 150 miles an hour, 152 at the peak. Oh my goodness, it's climbing so fast. 160. 171. I hope it doesn't go much higher than that. 100. Okay, it's dropping back down slightly. 160. Oh my goodness, there's... What a debris ball in Waukesha. Waukesha probably has EF4 damage in it. This is absolutely insane. There's debris flying everywhere. We got hit by a flying wall. There's trusses everywhere. This is not safe. There's definitely going to be wounded or dead in Waukesha. Oh my goodness, this is insane. And now it has shifted back north. It looks like that we got a direct intercept. I couldn't tell because the tornado isn't touching the ground. And there is a new storm over here, but we're not going to bother with that because it is so late. This storm is insane, though. There's another 4-inch hair core up here, which is just absolutely insane. There's still a debris ball, and we're technically good to get out of being deployed. Oh my goodness, that fire truck just got sucked up into the tornado. This is one of the most insane times I've had in Twisted in a while. Oh my goodness. I hope this truck doesn't get to do the same mistake. Oh my goodness, this tornado just absolutely devastated Waukesha. And I am telling you, I mean, when I see devastation, I know it. But there is just injured people laying in the streets. Most of them are almost dead, but they're all gonna die because the fire truck died. And all of these houses, these were like expected homes, and only the first floor was taken off of them. The first floor was taken entirely off of this house. And yeah, this looks like it's only EF3 damage over here, but over there, goodness, over here is EF4 damage, because over here there were upper bound homes, and then there's only the interior walls left. So this was an EF4 tornado, and there's just people dead everywhere. Oh my goodness, I don't ever think I have seen Waukesha get hit this bad since I've started playing Twisted. And yet this tornado still isn't even touching the ground. This is absolutely insane. There's just debris everywhere. Oh my gosh. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I don't think I have seen devastation this bad since Hazleton or Hibbing got hit. And that was over 2 weeks ago by this point. And in Twisted, that's a long time. I mean, the other day we saw those insane tornadoes, but that didn't bring devastation because it didn't really hit anywhere. And there's just dead people everywhere. There's a leveled grocery store. There's a leveled gas station building. Yet somehow the shelves still have stock on them. Which makes, obviously, complete sense. So I'm just gonna use these gas pumps that probably should work. I hope you enjoyed. This is the end of the video. The love on the channel has been insane recently. I just wanted to say thank you. I mean, I can't think. The stupid power line is going insane. Yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video for multiple reasons. One, that is just too funny. And two, the storm day is over. I hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.